to Harshman. Have you had a chance to review the report and familiarize yourself with it? Harshman has. Well, what statement did he make in that report and what was he doing on that day? They give some details that we learned yesterday, or excuse me, we learned some details that we learned October 30th, Wednesday. And Harshman's actually having some trouble reading. He starts using a light on his phone before finishing the explanation. One specific detail stuck out. Can you tell me what that is? Harshman says, yes, where he saw a van that scared him because it caused him to cross the creek before he killed, the girls, according to his confession. So those are the details, just to remind all of you that we learned Wednesday, October 30th, and that he confessed to Dr. Walla that he was going to assault the girls. And then he saw a van, it scared him, and now we're learning that that's when he went across the creek with the girls, and he killed them according to his confession. That's what he states in a confession to Dr. Wallace. So that's what we're referring to. So this is a detail that stuck out to him, that he saw a van that scared him and caused him to cross the creek. Well, prior to this, they ask Harshman, was there any indication that anyone knew about a van? Answer, no. So what did you do after learning about this van? Harshman says, well, we got a hold of investigators. I knew the only person who would have seen the van is the person that killed them, Abby William, Libby German, and the person that killed them. So then they talk about the property belonging to the Webbers, Brad Weber and the Webbers. And so the question, did you run a DMV check to find out what vehicles Brad Weber owned? Because they realized that if somebody saw a van that was in that area, perhaps the Weber's property might be, something. So they found out what vehicles Brad Weber owned. Yes, you did. Did you find out that he had a van? I did. What kind of van? A 2000 Econoline. So Harshman, what did you do after that? Well, he says that he went through old reports and got reports that included Brad Weber. And did those reports include his work history? Yes, they did. And what did you find? Well, he tells about the clock in, clock out times from Wednesday in court, October 30th. And that's when Brad Weber testified. And he explained that he clocked in, I think, before 7 a.m. at his work and that he clocked out at 2:02 p.m. at work. And did you interview Brad Weber after? Harshman says he did. And who was in that interview? And he lists a couple of names. And so, question, did you get an opportunity to interview to confirm the information about work history and confirm the van? Harshman says he did. And there's a question, did any reports you review include anything about a van? No, it did not. No report or discovery at this point contained anything about a van. Were there any reports that were public? No, there were not any reports that were public. Were any reports posted on social media? Answer from Harshman, I don't believe so. Well, what did you do after interviewing Brad Weber? Answer, he made a report. After you interviewed Brad Weber, did you look at other information in the investigation? Yes. Now they start talking about the bridge guy video, asking if he reviewed it. Harshman says that he contacted Cecil because Cecil was the first one who extracted Libby German's phone. And so, how was the enhanced format of the bridge guy video different than the original? And their answer is it stabilized the photo of bridge guy. So why were you contacting Cecil about that? And he said, well, Cecil did an analysis and he developed a timeline. So then the video is shown for court. The Down the Hill video, once again, is shown in court. This will be the third time it's shown. Again, the notes said by those taking notes for me, again, reiterate, the voices are so young. And that's what I hear too when I hear this full 43-second video. Is this a video? Harshman has asked. Yes, it's a video. Were you able to confirm the video time frame? I have it in my notes, but I believe it was 2:13. So that is true. 2:13 on February 13th. What was the other info you were able to collect from that data? And the answer is Cecil provided him with data which showed movement of phone until its final resting place. And what do you recall the time is when the phone stopped working? Well, it was at 2:32. Did you gather info about how long it took for him to get home from work? The defense objects. Harshman's answers, yes, I used Google Maps of several different days, and the drive takes 20 to 25 minutes for Brad Weber. And that van was on the road sometime between 2:27 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. Question, and you listened to many hours of phone calls? Many. Did you review the voice in that video? Yes. Who do you believe that voice belonged to? Harshman's answer, Richard Allen.